Welcome. This is Shelly Netco, life coach, mind and spirit motivator. Today, I'd like to jump right into a message about self-love. Because I've been having lots of conversations with friends and clients lately, and they've been about this message, and it seems like it's a pretty good time to draw a line in the sand when it comes to fake social friends and toxic relationships. So many of us, it seems, waste a lot of time on people who don't add value, and I mean reciprocal value to our lives. There's no give and take. It's usually one-sided, and it's typically been this way for a long time. I'm not sure why. Maybe some of it stems back to we were taught this way when we were younger. The whole play nice in the sandbox kind of thing, play nice on the playground, be kind, don't make people mad, that whole thing. And maybe it's just carried over and we never cut it off. Well, 2018 is a new year, and we are 3 weeks into it, and it's time for some new moves. And one of the moves that I would challenge you to make is taking a stick and drawing a line in the sand. And boy, does it feel good. But think about it. Wouldn't it feel good to step away from the posers and haters, the soul suckers and joy robbers? No, really. I want you to take a minute and think about that. Wrap your head around it. We all have people in our lives who push our buttons, some who we really aren't obliged to associate with. They're people who continuously poke at us. They tend to suck the happy right out of us every time we're with them. As soon as we see them, we're counting the minutes before we get to leave. I mean, is this any way to live? If you're not obligated to associate with people who are soul suckers and joy robbers, why the heck would you choose to hang out with them? And as we know, you do have the ability to choose, and only you are in control of your responses to situations. So we have to ask, why continually put yourself in a position that you know will make you feel like crap? This even has a way of bleeding into our social media connections. Staying connected for the wrong reasons, just for the value of what? More numbers? Liking for the sake of like? Clicking just so people follow back? The fear of people talking about you? You know, the telltale connection you might consider breaking is quickly scrolling past their feed because you find them annoying or fake. Maybe they're superficial, but you're too worried about what someone might think if you suddenly cut them off or you're no longer in their circle. Or worse yet, what happens if you should happen to cut someone off because you feel genuinely disconnected? And then that inevitable awkward meeting when you bump into them at the gym or the grocery store or happy hour, clearly they would have noticed that you vanished from social media. And then there'll be that super awkward pause when you don't really have anything to say because you haven't been following, so nothing is relevant. And then what's interesting is when you walk away, you find you're at peace with the separation because you don't miss anything about this person. You don't miss what seemed like ingenuine sharing. You don't miss their lack of reaching out despite your attempts to personally connect. And all you got back were direct messages and tweets and text. And you just wanted to chat. You just wanted to meet up and actually connect. You don't miss the half-hearted hugs and non-responses to your real questions about life. It's pretty sad what social media has unintentionally created. And then there's the opposite end of the spectrum. There's the equally disruptive kind of, quote, friend. Yes, I'm using air quotes over here. There's a bit of a soul sucker. And when I use this term, you know what I mean. It's the kind of person who knows no boundaries. It might be a mother or a sister or a friend or a coworker, but usually this is the kind of person who thinks they have unlimited access to you and your help or your opinion or your shoulder to cry on 24/7. Sometimes they're a bit of a bully. And by this, I mean, if you're not available when they want you, they get a little aggressive. I mean, is this okay? Think about it. This is the kind of person you might wake up to 27 text messages and 12 missed calls from on any given morning when they couldn't reach you. Or they might be disguised as a true friend, but in reality, most of their moves are manipulative and self-centered, and you've actually caught them in those. This is the kind of person you also might need to draw the line in the sand for. The test for you is to look back and get a gut feel for, is it good or is it bad? And then think further, do I get anything out of this relationship, or do they continually take from me? Oftentimes you won't even have to ask that question. You just know. So when it comes to drawing that boundary, some people might say, you're selfish. When what's really going on is you're committing an act of self-love. And with the new shift that's taking place, with the impact of social media and our fixation on wanting to be or have what everyone else has, and all the celebrity and hero worship that has no substance, it's time to declare a new golden rule of self-love. Love yourself as you thought you loved everyone else. What's happened is we've gotten so caught up in loving what everyone has and is without even knowing the truth behind it. And with that, we've lost the self-love that was anchored in our truth and what we value about ourselves before it was shaken by everything around us. Now, I'm sure there are a lot of people who think this all sounds a little bit crazy or possibly like a bunch of BS. But those aren't the people whose heart I'm reaching out to. I'm sharing my thoughts with you, the ones who want to simplify and draw the line in the sand, the ones who want genuine friends, and who want the toxic people to be a thing of the past. Those who want to return to self-love. This is your golden rule, and it's your time. Love yourself. It's that simple. And then you'll be able to love everyone else the true way. Well, that's all for today, friends. Thanks for listening. Remember, you can reach me at ShellyNetco.com. Until next time, remember, God and the universe have your back. And as always, remember, we are all in this together.